Hi, everybody.
Much better.
Welcome to Tales of Jamora, the Kraken's Wake, a D&D podcast where we get together every 2 weeks and we play Dungeons & Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master, Sean Hayes, and joining me, we are one short tonight. Otherwise, we are in fact going to play. That was a little dicey for a while, but so to my right,
dicey. I get it.
my right, we have resident warforged bard Twixen.
Hello.
To the right of my right, resident potion master and worst rogue ever TM. It's May.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Directly below me, we have one big hammer boy, Jacob and Stainthorpe.
That's right. Still number one paladin all time. Holding on to that number one spot.
Jacob and Lies.
Best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. That's me.
I love you guys.
And then down and right, we have newcomer, associate professor Izelia.
Let's learn some things.
And then our winged golden boy, Zarin, unable to make this session, but we are going to forge ahead without him.
Oh.
So,
is this just a fantastic evening?
Is everyone ready?
Let's
Smite.
quest.
Yes.
Oh, wrong show. Sorry.
Then why don't we get ready for some Tales of Jamora? Okay. So, and I remembered to unmute everybody this time. So,
Yay!
yeah. Okay, so last we left off, I'm going to increase the music just a little bit since I can't even hear it. You had just defeated some elementals that appeared out of the Allheart.
Yep.
Due to a core overload. Your companion Lantern is there with you. And you were in what looks like sort of a workshop slash data storage facility within the ruins beneath the town of Deepwater. Twixen, you had received information about there are more warforged that are bearing arcane signatures that match your own, that have components bearing signatures that match your own.
Damn wannabes.
Much in the same way that Aerolate had an item that was previously one of your components.
So these are parts that were basically parts of Twixen that have gone out to different warforged. Just so I'm getting that correctly.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not good. That's
My D20 smells weird. Just want everyone to know that.
Good
Thank
to
you
know.
for sharing that information.
Yep. Thank you. Good to know.
So Lantern turns to you, Twixen, and says, Captain, do we have a course of action?
I know of the location of 2. We need to find them and destroy them.
And as a reminder, nobody else received any of that information or transmission that Twixen received from the
Yep.
Allheart.
Oh, we didn't get transmissions injected?
No,
into
you did
our
not get
heads?
transmissions directly into your brain.
You didn't get
No.
a data dump in your brain? What?
Okay.
Nope.
Darn.
I'm assuming that Twix have you shared this information with us?
Nope.
Not really. I think you're kind of getting it as I'm talking to Lantern, but like not really. No.
Okay,
I'm very,
so basically,
I'm very
you
open
know,
with my
two-
information that I give.
Yeah, Mr. 20-page backstory. So basically, all you have said to us, just so that I can get the notes correct, is that there's 2 glitching warforged. They have parts of you in them. We need to get rid of the glitches.
Correct.
Okay. Well, because I remember when we were, the place where we just were, we went out to the Rose Garden and learned about more glitches. You and I did. So I kind of know a bit about that.
We fought
yes,
one.
You said you. Yes.
Yeah.
But I also know that
Top of
this
the tower.
Yeah, we fought Windman.
Yeah.
Or
But
like,
this is also becoming. Yeah, these are more and not good. Yeah, I have the right words. I swear.
Plot development.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. So, what's our next move?
Yeah, you said you know where they are. Where are they?
we need to take the boat. One of them is at the bottom of the sea.
All right, not a problem for me, not a problem for the boat, not a problem for you.
Not a problem for me.
All right, then.
Don't know if it's a problem for me. I think it's good.
Can you survive at like thousands of feet underwater?
I believe I can, because I believe I have found this necklace that allows me to do that.
Fantastic.
That is
Looks like
pretty
we're-
perfect.
Yep,
Looks
I'm
like
good.
we're all good to go then.
Do you know where the other one is? Just so we kind of know where we're heading.
I do, and I would give you an approximate location. I have it written down, but I left it at home, so I don't have it in front of me. Right now.
It
You know what?
is-
I think we just wing it and let Twixen lead the way, and we just wing it.
the other one.
Just so we-
Excuse me. The other one's in Kazdal,
Yes.
Okay.
in southern Kazdal. So.
Yeah, my notes are going to be crud tonight, but yeah. This is why it's nice that I can go back.
No
and
notes.
watch
Play
this
from the
again and
heart.
Write everything in.
Play from the heart. Yep.
Have we met?
So,
I have the handbook for the recently deceased.
you all
For this
Appropriate.
reason.
make whatever preparations you wish to make.
Mhm.
So, if anyone has any specific things they would like to do before setting out on an ocean voyage,
What? Are we going tomorrow? Are we doing in like an hour? What are we doing?
As soon
I-
as we can provision the ship, we should depart.
I think we should wait until first thing in the morning. First light. I took a bunch of hits from this, so I need to rest up a bit. Just one night, and I should be good.
It wouldn't be bad to give the rest of the crew a bit of a heads up as well.
Yeah, that's the
based,
whole thing.
Okay.
Gather everybody.
based on the location of the trench, you're
Mhm.
looking at about a week's journey to get out there. So you'll need at least 2 weeks worth of provisions.
Okay.
There isn't a rush, but I would like to make way soon.
Okay,
What time
yeah,
of
I
day is it?
It is.
If I remember correctly, we went over here like early morning, so it'd be like early afternoonish.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it'd be early, around noon.
And it's gonna take us about half a day to get back to town.
Mm-hmm.
Not a half day.
No, just a couple hours.
A few hours.
A couple hours.
Okay. So then, just since I'm in charge of the ship, just thinking if places that sell provisions will be open when we get back. If so, I will go and spend whatever amount of money you deem sufficient to buy 2 weeks. In fact, 3 weeks worth of provisions.
Okay.
I'm
Places
we
will be
each need
opening
that?
back up after the afternoon siesta by the time you get back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You just tell me how much gold I gotta shill out, and
Yeah.
Do we all need to buy provisions, or just one person for this?
nah, I got it. I'll cover the ship's
for the
costs.
for the ship.
Okay.
But I will obviously well, maybe not obviously. I'll go back in, let Alec know we're gonna be gone for 2-3 weeks at most. And
Alec
Actually-
is unhappy at
actually-
receiving this news.
Hold up, because we're taking 1 week to get to the trench, and then if we go from the trench to the next spot
to Kazdal.
and then back again,
Yeah.
we're gonna need maybe a month or more worth of provisions.
So
Yeah, how long
Kazdal.
would it take us to get?
So a little bit of the geography of the continent. So you're in the middle of the Esper Sea,
Mhm.
which is in the middle of the continent. There should be.
Okay.
I just need verbal confirmation.
But yeah,
of
that's
distance.
and also for the audience, I'm not going to
Yes.
direct them to go view this. So in the continent, there is sort of an internal sea that connects out to the outer oceans through a channel that you have taken before. But you are currently located in the center of that sea. On the northern edge, sort of around the edge of the sea, is the region that's collectively known as Asperia. And then just north of that, in the center of the continent that runs along this sort of craggy, mountainous region, is Kazdal. So, unless you're going to go through Kirinjo to get to Kazdal,
Okay.
you would actually go back this way and be able to make a stop back before heading out to...
Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay. I'll still buy 3 weeks provisions just in case. Have an extra week's worth.
All right, so let's see. So I'm just going to base it on trail rations,
And honestly,
which is...
as a crew, we're preloaded, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Nice.
So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to round up so that it's a bit nicer than trail rations.
Sure.
So it's a...
Nothing but the best for my crew.
It's a gold a day per person.
Okay.
We'll say for food and water.
Sure.
So
how many people?
3 weeks, it's 21 gold per person on the ship, with the exception of Twixen and Lantern, as they do not consume food.
We're cheap dates. That's fine.
So let's see. So Jacobin...
There was that one time where he needed all that blood.
Yep.
That's true. Not always a cheap date, I guess. Depends how vampiric I'm feeling.
Yep. So Jacobin, Izelia, Zarin, May, Meloria, Wilhelm, Korav, Kramer. I think that's it. So
I think so.
it's we'll say 200 gold
Sure.
to round up.
Works for me.
Okay.
And that will also cover any like special requests for unusual ingredients or extra water and things like that.
No problem.
So
200 subtracted.
okay.
I'll also go around informing everybody on crew that we leave more or less first thing in the morning. Once
Okay.
everything's loaded up and good to go, and we've got everybody. And I had a brief description of the mission.
Yeah.
So
Wonder how many people grow and like, more warforged stuff.
so Meloria is not super enthusiastic at first, but then you mentioned that it's to do stuff for Twixen, and she becomes more interested. You get, based on her background, of sort of exploration and a little bit of since as you've learned from talking with her, she also has a little bit of background in like archaeology.
Oh, fun.
Kramer and Korev are eager to kind of get some action and adventure in.
Yeah.
Korev in particular is ill-suited for kind of just sitting around on the island, as he comes from a very militaristic background. And, you know, Kramer, he lives for adventure. So, and Wilhelm, you know, he is willing
Hey,
to follow.
Wilhelm, you want to get greased up and ride the boat?
Always, Jacobin.
We proceed to have a flex off, shirtless, greased up flex off.
Yep.
On
There
the,
it is. Yeah.
deck of the boat at sunset. It's pretty amazing to see.
Yep.
Very
oh,
romantic.
also of note, so I have made up sort of character sheets in D&D Beyond for each of the NPCs.
Nice.
Save for Kramer, because I kept thinking like I was forgetting somebody, and sure enough, I forgot him.
Yeah,
but
life of a DM.
Yeah.
So
what this means is they will have actual stats as they are PC classes. They are much lower level than you guys are. So, you know, they certainly cannot take the hits that you guys can take. But one thing that I will do as a downtime activity going forward is you can help, like you can pick one of the NPCs and help train with them. And what that'll do is that'll sort of give them progress toward getting a new level in their class. Or multi-class or something, depending on how they work out. So basically right now, Korev and Wilhelm are fighters. Meloria is a bard. Lantern is a sorcerer. And Kramer... I think Kramer will also be a fighter.
I would have expected Lantern to be an artificer.
He is not. He actually does not have a lot of engineering experience.
Interesting. All right, so we're both just fumbling in the dark. I like it.
Yeah. Yes. As noted, when the Leaf Dancer crew parted ways with you, they kind of took their engineer with them. So that does leave you without an engineer. Lantern has said that he could probably try and figure it out in a pinch, but it is probably advisable to find someone more suited to that role.
Maybe on our next stop back through, I'll put up an ad.
Quick question.
Sure.
Would Alec or Serial be able to learn or cast sending? I'm looking it up on Beyond right now, and it says it's available for Bard, Cleric, Wizard, the Great Old One, and Unity Domain.
Hang on, Cordy, you're a bit quiet.
Oh, sorry.
But the answer to that question is so neither of your staff at the potion shop are capable of casting sending.
Okay.
That said, if you are willing to pay the cost, the post office is capable of delivering sort of magical messages that would arrive as written letters and stuff. But because it's utilizing magic, it would be much more expensive than, you know, the regular post.
Okay. Do you know what that post amount would be? Do you have?
Let me look it up.
Sorry, guys. I'm just, you know.
As it is based on the level of the spell.
So sending is a 3rd level spell.
Yes, I am aware of that. It's simply looking up What is the gold cost of casting now? Spellcasting. Let's see. Maybe it's under hirelings. 94.
So I just rolled for my 2 things that I get every day, where I can change roles.
Yes.
One of them was a nat 20, so pretty excited.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
And of course, looking it up in the DMG, and it says that stuff is in the player's handbook. And of course, it only gives stuff for first and second level spells. So, alright, let me just look up if sending has any expensive components or not. I don't think it does.
A short piece of fine
It does
copper
not.
wire. So nothing, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to say what that costs is it's going to be about 75 gold per casting.
Okay.
And it would be casting sending.
Okay. So is it under the same restrictions of sending?
Yes.
With
It is literally
25
casting
words?
that is to get the spell
Okay.
sending cast by the postmaster.
Okay. Okay. But it'll come across as a letter. Is that how you said that?
Well, no, that's another option. But this is to have the postmaster cast
okay.
sending. So they could do animal messenger. That has some element of risk to it, but is 20 gold pieces per casting. And it has a bit of a limited range.
Yeah.
There is basically a high-level version of that where they get a much more magical creature. That would be 50 gold per casting.
Okay, and that's the
And that would essentially deliver a message to you.
Yeah, that's like the thing that Jester did to deliver the cupcakes, right?
No.
For the higher level.
No.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
similar. This is like
Okay.
you call upon the services of like a toad or a crow or a seagull or a fish or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
So,
in Critical Role that
75
was
to cast
that was like
sending.
Lesser Planar Ally, which is a much more powerful spell.
Okay. Okay. So 75 to cast sending.
Yep.
20 for regular animal messenger.
Yep.
And 50 for, I'll say, greater animal messenger.
Yeah.
But both of the animal messengers could be like, attaching a full-on letter to a raven or something.
Yes.
Okay.
They will also deliver a spoken message upon arrival as well.
Yes, that was
It
the
does not
other-
allow for return messages though, so it's one
Yeah,
way.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what I'll say is there will be a chance that the message does not arrive, and you will not know that chance. So.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I am going to, let's see. I am going to leave 150 gold with Sariel, in case it hits the fan for any reason, or they really need to get a hold of me. They can send that if they can't go through the regular whisper methods. But I'll basically tell them both, generally where we're going, about how long it should be, so that they can also know that.
Okay.
So I will deduct 150 gold for that. All right. Oh, cool. You put the potion of bravery in. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So so those items are now available as custom things in Beyond.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Cool. Alrighty. Awesome. Cool.
So,
Yeah, that's basically all I would have done is basically let the, people know, let Alet and Sariel know. They can get the news to Jack that's where I'll be.
okay.
Yeah. Between those two, they can get the message to Jack and to Kaleo if they need to.
Okay.
So, yep.
All right. Are there any
I would
other
also just make
preparations that people want to do?
How much would it cost me to send a letter just normally to Karen Joe?
So if it's just regular post, to get it up to Kieran Joe, it might take a couple weeks. But let me just see. We're talking like some amount of copper pieces.
Okay.
But just to see if it's dependent on so per mile. We are talking halfway across the continent. So back up to the academy, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it a nice even number. For simplicity's sake. 2 of that, and then divided by 100. It'll cost you 30 gold.
30 gold? All right, I do not have 30 gold.
Okay.
So I will not be doing that.
Because, as I said, halfway across the continent.
That's an expensive letter.
So we're talking.
So that would.
If it's
like
2 copper pieces per mile, that we're talking about 1,500 miles.
We need to get into the mail business.
Yeah.
Holy moly!
What that covers is basically the postal workers taking the message and then like getting on a ship, sailing it out to Asperia, handing it off to the next one, and creating the relay system and covering the pay for
Pony
all the
Express.
relay workers. Basically similar to the Pony Express.
So this is just going to become a Tales of Jamora, the Kraken's mailroom.
Nice.
The Kraken is much more efficient at delivering communique to its forces.
Didn't
he
some
beamed
type
it straight
of
into their brain.
mail?
Would it be fair to say that Kieran Joe is probably the furthest amount away because it's halfway across?
No, Twillin is the furthest away.
Okay.
Maybe I'm making this up, but didn't we talk about, you said there's like a magical mail delivery system?
Yes.
Is that present in Deepwater?
Yep. Yeah, they have a full service post office.
I wonder if that's cheaper.
It wouldn't guarantee that it gets there.
I mean
I would figure you'd have a better guarantee of it getting there, actually.
So it'd be more expensive. But it would have a guarantee of getting there.
Did we ever talk about me starting more than 10 GP? Because I have a 750 written here, but I don't know if that was accurate because I never inputted it into...
so I think you're supposed to have 750 gold worth of...
10 sounds like level 1, what you start with.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to fix that. Okay, I am going to spend 30 if that's okay.
Yeah.
To send a message.
Yeah,
okay.
And what that does is that's basically just, one of the workers just takes the letter and is going to run it through the system up to... Up to Kieran, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I like? Is there a way that I can make it so it's like private, like password protected kind of thing?
I mean, you're a wizard, so probably.
Seal it.
If
You
you
can
have a spell
seal
that
it.
does that, you can.
I don't think I do.
Okay, then not through the regular mail.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna send them the lead of the school up there a message that says everything that I've been going through. Only it's not going to give any really important like bad things that if other people opened up would discover and be like, oh, we need to go here. It's just gonna be like I've discovered ruins but not share the location. We're currently on an adventure to go fix other problems and such like that, and just kind of like
Okay.
an update of what I'm doing.
So incredibly vague.
Vague enough that it's understandable, but nobody could use that information against us.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I'll also write that I will be in touch in the near future, probably the next month or so.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
If it's not a spell that involves fire, then you don't have it.
As a divination wizard?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
fire divination. It's the best.
Fire divination.
Fire.
So, any other preparations?
I've got nothing.
Okay. You're good.
Yeah, no, I'd just be, repacking my bug out bag, making sure I have plenty in my stash this time so we don't run low. And just kind of have a nice, I would want to have a nice night with Sariel before I left, because we're going to be gone for like a couple months, so.
Yeah.
So a nice candlelit dinner.
I would so badly want to mess with that, but
That's
the old Jacobin.
That's the old Jacobin.
That's just Josh wants to mess with that.
I mean, Jacobin could mess with it by like
just me,
by just showing up, like as if he was gonna mess with it, and then just being like, "Hi, have a nice time," and then walking.
No, I brought
by.
you some herbs from my garden here.
Yeah.
Zarin, is he privy to this?
Yes, he will be going with you. Yep.
Gotcha. That's all.
Yep. For ease of my own sanity for trying to make
yes
adventuring work.
I just wanted to know what you were thinking for that. So okay.
Yeah. So he will be joining you.
Gotcha. Well, I'm prepped and ready to go.
Okay.
Yep.
So next day, you all get a long rest. So you get to wipe that stuff. So May, that does mean that your potion fades, and a new one is generated.
Okay.
So that should be reflected in your cloak now.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So would I just do long rest and beyond, and it'll like give me a new one?
No. You do long.
Okay.
You have to bring up the cloak description, and then roll.
Okay.
Because it's a random one.
2. Oh, it's a D6. Okay. 2. It is an elixir of swiftness.
Okay.
The drinker's
So what you're gonna
walking
do is-
speed is increased by 10 feet for 1 hour.
Yep. So you're just going to manually add that to your inventory.
Yep.
Okay. That's how that works.
Yep.
So.
Got it.
All right.
I can do that, no problem.
Okay. All right. So by the time the rest of you get down to the ship and everybody filters down there, the crew is all ready. The ship is prepped, ready to go.
Alrighty.
And all the gear's stowed and everything. So.
All right, Twixen, whenever you're good. Let her rip.
Okay. I will punch it.
Okay.
And I turn the boat on. Wah!
There it is.
So,
Wah!
swear I have this. Hang on.
And I start
Presumably
seeing
the
the score to
motor
the
noise.
HMS Pinafore in full. Yeah.
Autumn, I gave you the Alchemist's Fire, right? You added that in? Okay. Because you can't wear armor. That's why I gave it to you. Yep. Okay. Just making sure. Let's be out at sea again.
So, you spend a couple days out at sea, and it's relatively uneventful. But as you near the sort of opening of that channel out to that opens out into the greater ocean, you notice that the water starts to get a bit rough. And you do see storms on the horizon.
Okay.
Who is keeping watch on deck?
I can
I
keep
think
watch.
I would have.
Okay. So can I get perception checks from each of you? Wisdom perception
Yep.
checks, please.
16.
11.
I also assume that I'd be at the helm, but I wouldn't necessarily be, like, watching.
Okay. So with a 16, you're able to see off in the distance, in the direction of where the storms are coming from. There are sort of big shapes that are leaping up out of the water and then crashing down.
So, guys, is it normal for gigantic shapes to be jumping out of the ocean and landing? Because last I checked, it's not.
Please define gigantic for me.
Yeah. And
can't-
I assume that you're pointing these out.
Yeah, I'm pointing in the direction.
Okay.
Over yonder that way, and I can't really make them out, but they're big.
What's
Do I know
how
if they're
big we
making
talking here?
flashes?
Want me to do like an investigate since he pointed it out to try to see how big they are, or that's up to you. But...
Yeah, I think
that's also going to be a wisdom perception, but you can make it with advantage
Okay.
because you're being helped. This is Jacobin only.
Oh, okay.
16 minus 1.
Ooh.
15.
So 15. Yeah, I mean you're able to see them. Big.
Like whales? Whale
I was
big?
gonna say, yeah, we're talking
Might be
dolphin
whales?
size, whale size.
Like that? Like, are we talking blue whale? We talking orca? We talking dolphin?
Yeah, we're talking Free Willy. We talking.
We are talking. Let me think. Let me see. Gotta look up.
We got a
size
Gyarados
comparison to
swimming around out
things-
here. What's going on?
Nice.
The size comparison to things that you fought before.
There we go.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so they are fish-like bodies. So they're long, streamlined. They have fins. It looks like. They are big, but not dragon turtle big.
Okay.
Okay.
and there are multiple creatures.
largy size.
More on the huge size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what I was looking for.
Basically.
Okay.
How far off?
They're on the horizon, so they're probably like a couple miles.
A few miles. Yeah. Okay. I tell everybody just to get battle positions just in case. Instruct Twixen to just be careful and really be on top of controls.
Aye, Captain.
Korev on the gun, the big gun.
Yep.
Meloria, stay the hell away from the guns. Last time that was a disaster.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Who else we got? I guess Kramer. We got 2 more guns, right? Kramer and
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm can get on the smaller guns, I guess.
Yeah. And I'll say the 3 of them, so essentially the 3 fighters, have done enough training on the ship's weaponry that they are considered proficient with using the ship's weapons.
Beautiful.
So.
Can I do a history check on the animals of the ocean in this area?
That's going to be a nature check, not a history check.
All right, I will do that. That's going to be a 22.
Yeah, so there are whales in the area. There are also all manner of sharks, both large and small, as well as other large creatures, giant squid, dragon turtles have reported to have been in the area.
Can I make out, knowing this information, what's making the gigantic splashes?
It could be a whale. It could be a giant shark. I mean, it could be an oddly shaped giant squid.
So I look to the crew and I go, it's either a shark, a whale, or a giant squid, something along the lines of that. Kind of a little more doubtful on the giant squid side of things, but we might just definitely just be more on the watch out for this, because this necessarily won't be good, but it necessarily won't be bad either.
Is this something that we can avoid?
Yeah, my next instruction to Twixen is to kind of drop speed a little bit, like half speed of whatever we're going, and just see if this shapes. Yep.
Aye.
Doggy.
Hey, internet.
Half speed.
Uh-oh, the Kraken got Sean.
What? May wouldn't realize this. Why are we slowing down?
So, I instruct Twixen just to go half speed, and we're just gonna see if the shapes move on, or if they just stay in the general area of where we're heading. They're basically right in the direction of us getting in the channel, correct?
Yes.
So I tell Twixen half speed. We'll see if they move out of our way first. Give it a little bit of time. Maybe they're migrating sea animals of some sort. I don't know. If not, we'll blast them if they're in our way.
Okay. Do we have the ability to do? Do we have the ability to do like a warning shot to them to see if it'll like just spread them out so that we can get them out of the way? Like that's what I would think of if they won't at first get away from us just in general, just to see if we can do like a warning shot or something to kind of scare them away. And if that works.
Well, they're pretty far away. We've got to get closer first before.
No, I mean once we get closer.
We can do that, but we got to get closer first.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool.
It seems as if the creatures and the storms are heading in your direction.
Oh, there's storms?
Yeah, yes. You said storm clouds.
Oh, okay. I must have not wanted to hear that part.
Not real life storms. Fantasy storms are heading in our direction.
I don't know. I think real life ones too.
Yeah, they should be done by the time we're finished playing.
You hope.
Or they haven't started by the time we finish playing. So,
Yeah.
They seem
yes,
to be in
so
the same distance. Stormcloud seem to be same distance as the shapes.
it seems that way. Yes.
Okay.
Oh shoot! Do we want to?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure. To determine what.
I want to know if these creatures are causing the storms.
Okay.
I tell Twixen that we will try to, once we are within 1,000 yards of both the storms and the shapes, we should maybe have a better idea of what it is, and be ready to put up the shields and dive if need be. Just be prepared for a quick action.
All right, Captain.
So when you're about a half mile.
Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If they're as big as I think they are, that should be close enough for us to better discern.
Yeah. Do you maintain your current heading?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll say it continues until you get about a half mile away. At this point, the rain, there is rain that starts to pick up, and it seems like you're on the outskirts of the edge of these storms. And you are able to make out what these large shapes are. It is a group of what appear to be giant sharks, accompanied by smaller sharks as well.
Okay.
Sharknado!
Oh no!
But no, they're not getting like flung up into a cyclone or anything like that. They are
Not yet.
oh no, everybody shifted. Why did it do that? Okay. So
I think Courtney DC'd maybe.
I did. Sorry, guys. I'm working on it.
okay. Oh, there we go. Now it's back.
That better?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I last heard sharks, baby sharks, and Sharknado.
So what's happening
You're all
is
caught
it seems
Okay.
as if the sharks are kind of on the forefront of the storm, and they
Okay.
are in the way that real life sharks do, reaching up out of the water. It seems like to catch what look like
Any of these seagulls?
at this rate, like other large fish and creatures.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Are the sharks moving towards us?
They are headed in your direction. Yep.
How wide of an area are these sharks covering?
They are covering. So let's see.
How many square feet?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Yards.
figure out.
Whatever.
We'll say the pack of them
Mm-hmm.
covers like an area that's like 60 feet in diameter.
Okay. Twixen, let's see if we can go around them and see if they pass us by.
Seems like they
Okay.
might be. Seems like they might be coming to get things, but also coming just to eat outside of the storm.
They
I
may
cut
be.
the
They may
wide
just be feeding,
swamp.
but we need to. We need a little more information before.
I can put
Yeah.
a gigantic sphere around us
For
I
what
think
reason?
We can do that too.
to avoid all these sharks attacking us. I believe that
Be prepared just in case. But
Okay.
that may interfere with our ability to dive underwater if we need to. So don't do anything unless instructed.
Yeah. Also, no.
Mhm.
I mean, you are on a ship that is 80
I'm like,
feet
the
long
boat can do that too.
by 20 feet wide.
It can't protect like damage coming in, but it can. They're not like deflector shields. It's just to protect from water.
Yeah, it's an airy water field.
Oh, okay.
Would the boat be considered large size?
The boat is gargantuan size.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, gargantuan. Yeah, massive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's limiting then what I can do.
Yeah, it is a gargantuan vehicle.
Mhm.
No worries, Azalea. This ship's pretty fast, and we've got a good person on the wheel. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
I trust you
And
guys as I've been
If we
with
need
you
to stop
for a while.
blasting, we'll just stop blasting.
It's true.
So I instruct Twixen to see, just like go off to the side and see if this pack of maybe they're just feeding sharks pass us by, or if they continue in our direction, or if they're blocking our way, or what. So we can maybe
Yeah,
try to get an idea of what exactly is happening.
I cut a wide berth around them.
Okay. So you're about a quarter mile out, and you notice that like you started to do this course to try and put them on your starboard side, and they seem to be turning to intercept.
Captain, I think they're coming for us.
All right. Well, blast away, I guess. So I instruct the guys on the guns to fire freely once they're within range, and to the best of their ability, focus fire if they can, depending on the direction of the guns and whatnot, whatever they're able to. I think the big one's on a swivel, right?
So you have two swivel cannons in the back that
Okay.
essentially can target like a 180-degree arc
Okay, that's
on
right.
each side of the ship. And then the one in the front is, it's on a swivel platform so that it can target in any direction.
Okay.
It's like a harpoon at the front of a boat or
Right.
something.
Okay. So I tell them to the best of their ability, focus fire, particularly anything that gets if any of the big ones get really close to the ship,
Yeah.
that would be a priority.
You also know, so the big cannon has a maximum range of just under 500 feet
Okay.
before the energy sort of dissipates.
Yep. Yeah, I tell them within range. If they're proficient, they know the range.
So, I think at this point, why
I
don't
tell everybody
we
else to prepare.
roll for initiative?
Yep. Standard. 8 for Jacobin.
8
18.
as well for May.
8 as well for Twixen.
And 18 for Azalea.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just
All right, so
that's kind of funny.
can you all run by the initiatives again?
Everybody got 8 except Azalea with an 18.
Okay.
I think that I would still go first so of the 8s.
And we're going to put Zarin at 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And the rest of the crew will go at the very end as well.
Okay.
So, giant sharks are up first. So what they are going to do is essentially they're just going to double move and continue to double move until they get within range. For those of you that are sort of keeping watch and waiting, you expect so let's see. So they are a quarter of a mile out. So we'll say that's about, we'll say it's a fifth of a mile now. So it's about 1,000 feet. So it's going to take about 5 rounds to engage. So you have about 5 rounds of preparation before they get close enough.
When we are within... When we are 1 round out, I'll cast Bless
Okay.
on myself, May, and Twixen.
Cool.
Okay.
Sorry, Azalea. We're the melee crew.
So
quite all right.
we're gonna do this round by round. So don't mark that off yet.
Okay.
So first round. So the
I'm going to be
sharks.
steering the ship, so...
The sharks are now roughly 900 feet out. So Izelia, that puts you up next.
Okay. I'm going to. All right. Do I know how high these things can jump?
Based on their size, it looks like they were jumping about 15 feet into the air.
Okay. And do I have any idea of roughly how many there are?
So there appear to be 3 of the giant-sized ones and 2 of the smaller ones,
Okay.
for a total of 5.
I think I'm just going to kind of go to the front and keep an eye on them for a bit, just to
Okay.
kind of prepare everybody and kind of keep watch still.
Okay. If you want, go ahead and make a wisdom perception check for me.
Sure.
And this will kind of be your quote-unquote action for the turn.
And if I have the dot, that means I'm proficient, so I have advantage, right?
That is no. That means that you add your proficiency bonus.
No, you add your
which
proficiency bonus.
which is already factored into the D&D Beyond number.
So I have.
Yeah, if you get advantage on something, it would have an A inside of a D20.
Aha.
Next to whatever skill that is.
Okay.
I have advantage on stealth checks.
I got a 10.
Okay. So yeah, you've determined that information that I've already conveyed to you. That there's a total of 5 sharks. 3 of them are the giant-sized variety, and they appear to be moving with purpose.
I tell everybody this information.
Okay. Next up, May.
Yes, I am going to. So there's railings on the ship.
There are railings,
and kind
yes.
of like a thing around. Now, are these railings that are they solid? So like I could hide behind one and like crouch down and then pop up, cast, and then hide again, or.
I mean, you could get half cover while ducking behind them, because there's a bit of a partial lip, but then the railings themselves are, post and beam on top.
That was what I was wondering. Like, is it solid or
Yeah.
is it just slats?
I mean, also, again, they are sharks. So they don't exactly, as far as you know, do not have projectile weapons.
Yes.
They are
Yes.
not, in fact, sharks with laser beams attached to their heads.
What? Why not?
As far as you know.
So I am going to I'm just gonna duck down behind the railing and basically wait until they are close enough for me to do something.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm very much melee, so I have one range spell.
Okay. Jacobin.
Well, we're still 5 rounds out from contact.
They are 900 feet away.
Yeah, waiting.
Okay. Twixen. Steering
I'm
the
just
ship.
going to focus on steering the ship for now. Steering the ship. Steering the ship.
Okay.
Steering the ship.
So yeah. So.
Got all dark and broody, and now I'm like hiding in the shadows, and I love it.
Twixen, you can move the ship up to 80 feet.
Done.
With up to a single 90-degree turn in the middle of that movement.
We don't have like side-facing cannons, right? They can all pretty much shoot in a forward arc.
The swivel cannons, the swivel guns are able to shoot forward, but for the most part, they shoot. They have a full 180-degree arc on each side of the ship. But no, you don't have like a complement of side cannons. Or anything
Yeah,
like that.
okay. I didn't think
You just
so.
have the three
yeah,
guns.
I will just continue straight on them.
Okay. Have you maintained your course, or have you turned to go toward the sharks? Because you were kind of moving.
I guess once we kind of decided that we had to fight these guys, I would straighten out and start going towards them.
Okay, so they are now 820 feet away. Next up are the other sharks. They catch up. Zarin. What does Zarin have as far as interesting spells? I have to pull this up. But in the meantime, the rest of the crew. So Meloria is kind of bracing things below decks. Lantern is trying his best to maintain the engine, the elemental engine. And your other crew members are on the guns, and they are simply waiting for things to get into range. So yeah. Okay. So that's how that works. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, the ship moves on Twixen's turn, but all of the attacks happen, we'll say, at the bottom of the round. Basically on the quote-unquote, the ship's turn. Is how that works. So Zarin... I apologize, I'm just looking to see if Zarin has any, like, buff spells or anything like that. As I don't think he does, since he mostly just fireballs things. So we'll say he just, for now, he just holds. He just holds. So, next round, the Sharks come closer. So they are now 720 feet out. Does basically anyone have any different actions that they're going to take for this turn?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still even too far away for Seraph to hit him for anything. I have Seraph pulled up, if that would be easier for you, Sean.
Yes, Courtney, if you would like to temporarily control Zarin.
Yeah.
All right.
I can do that.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
So.
I will do my best, Tuck.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. So then basically the ship moves, and so now that puts you 640. And so basically, it keeps going until Twixen's turn, at which point the ship would be within range of firing. So, before the crew goes and the ship goes, does Zarin have any spells that he can use?
At 6:40, or
No, there has been some movement since then.
okay. His furthest away is his furthest range is.
So the sharks
120.
moved so that they're 540, and then the ship moved 80, so that puts it at 460.
No, he does not. His
Okay.
furthest is a fireball that he can do.
Okay. So then in that case,
Everything else is 120 feet.
in that case, Korav is going to make the first shot with the big cannon. It is made at disadvantage because of long range. And that is going to be a miss, but it does not backfire. So, at that point, it's and Izelia, this is kind of something that you actually have not seen before. So for your benefit as a player, picture. So if you've seen Return of the Jedi, the big laser cannon on the bow of Jabba's sail barge is what this looks like. That shoots bolts of radiant energy. And so Korav lines it up and fires the shot, and it just it hits the water and dissipates harmlessly. So top of the round, the Sharks move again. So they are now 360 feet away.
Okay.
Izelia, do you have anything that you would like to do?
I'm just gonna do another perception check to see if there's anything else that I should know about.
Sure.
Okay, I know nothing. It was a nat 1.
Well,
knew
I
that
mean, so what's still the result? Because what 1s and 20s aren't auto successes and failures on ability checks.
6.
Okay. So in this case, correct. What you are able to see is they have the appearance of sort of like hunter sharks that you've read about in illustrations and things like that. Which these are the fantasy equivalent to like megalodons. So to give you a comparison for size, and then they are accompanied by sharks that are again the equivalent of great whites. So we're talking about big animals here, and you notice that with a 6 at this range, that they have been consuming what appears to be other sharks in the area.
Okay.
I mean, sharks do that, I think, right?
They're cannibalistic sharks, everybody. So, and they're really, really, really big.
Cool. Cool. Can't hit them yet. They're still too far away.
I'm getting ready to, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's also apparent that there is rain coming down at this point, so any further perception checks are going to be made at disadvantage.
There is
Did
rain down. You're right.
Did I ever find out with
For you
my
guys, yeah.
Arcana roll if they're in charge of the storms happening?
Oh, go ahead and make that.
I rolled a 13 before.
You rolled a 13? Unclear.
Okay.
It's possible that they might be connected, but there aren't really any overt signs that they would be tied together.
Okay.
As opposed to they might just be outrunning the storm. Yeah. That said, if you don't have anything you want to do next turn, you can make another one to see if, now that you're closer, if there's any other things.
Next turn, I'm hoping to be within 150 feet of these guys.
Maybe. So
Yeah,
May.
once we, yes.
May, do you have anything that you are able to do?
May cannot do anything until
They're basically close to melee range.
maximum. There's 60 feet is the end range with my daggers.
All right.
So yeah,
Twixen.
I can't even throw daggers at them.
Twixen, at this point, I'm gonna need you to make. Let's call this. So make a Constitution check, and add your proficiency bonus because this is going to be for steering the ship, and you have proficiency in.
This is just straight up Constitution plus proficiency?
Yep.
$17.
Okay. So you're able to keep the ship under control as the seas pitch and heave due to the storm. So basically, the idea would be that nobody takes any penalty for the rollicking of the ship. So,
Okay.
all right. Does Zarin have anything?
So are we still 360 feet away?
No. At this point, you are.
Yeah.
280.
Okay, Zarin still has nothing that he can do.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, he can. He is going to take his light crossbow, and try and hit one of the giant ones.
Okay.
And that is at disadvantage 13 to hit.
That will hit.
Nice. And that is 5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like it's barely a scratch on the beast.
I figured, but
So,
every little bit
Korav
counts.
is going to take a shot with, and he will hit. So that is a total of 3d10 radiant damage. For a total of 16 radiant. And it's going to be against that same creature. All right. So next turn, the sharks continue moving. So that puts them 60 feet away.
Yes.
So it puts the big ones. It puts the big ones 60 feet away. So, Izelia,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
The only thing that anybody should ever do, I would like to shoot fireball at this guy.
Yeah!
Okay. So fireball has a 20-foot radius. You can catch 2 of them.
All right. I'm going to cast this at level 5 just for the moment.
Oh boy!
Being the first time here.
Wow.
Holy
Okay.
moly!
6. All right.
Okay, boys.
And let's see. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, baby. All right, that's going to be
They both fail their saves.
excellent.
Nice. Fish is back on the menu, boys.
Nice.
23, 26, 32, 34 damage.
Okay.
Did you say 34?
Big hits.
32.
Not-
Awesome.
big
Okay.
hits, not yet bloody.
So,
Say that again, Sean.
Big hits, but not yet bloodied.
Okay.
May, you're up next.
Yes, so we are 60 feet. So I am going to
Yeah. So to clarify, the front of the ship is 60 feet away. So if you're in the middle of the ship, you're 100 feet away. Oh. Okay. While we wait for Courtney to reconnect, Jacobin.
Hey, 60 feet. 60 feet?
Yep, 60 feet. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
60 feet from the front of the ship.
Bonus action, light up the head of the hammer.
Yep.
And yeah.
And Bless will be active. Since you stated that you were going to do that. Yep. Before it was
that would have been last turn.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to get
so the four of you will have Bless active.
3.
Or the three of you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, myself, May, and Twixen.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's an extra D4 on attack rolls and saving throws.
That is correct.
So I'm gonna throw the hammer at whatever one looks the most injured. Whatever one's been hit the most so far.
Yep.
28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll. Yeah. Courtney, we'll do your turn next.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. 16 damage.
Okay.
Throw it. It comes back. I catch it. I throw it again.
Yep. Yeah, so for the benefit of the audience that has been following us for some time, Josh and I kind of retooled Jacobin's hammer a bit so that instead of doing like Master Sword hammer bolts or whatever, he now throws the hammer, Thor style.
More like a dwarven thrower.
Yeah, like
Nice.
a dwarven thrower. But it's
But it's
also
two-handed.
So it's sort of imagine a two-handed maul that Thor would throw, sort of spinning around like Olympic style.
I mean, he's kind of got that. His Stormbringer, is that his axe?
Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
Stormbreaker, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it also he can activate it to basically, and when that happens, it changes the damage from bludgeoning to radiant.
So second attack is a 19 to hit.
That will also hit.
This one's 17 damage.
Okay, that creature is well bloodied at this point.
Is that one of the big ones?
That is one of the big ones. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So May.
So if I'm in the, are you all set, Josh?
Yeah, no, I just forgot to roll my d4s of my attacks, but it didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Yeah. So if I'm in the middle of the ship and I run to the front with my 35,
Yeah.
would I be able to? Would I be within 60 feet of them?
We'll say yes.
Okay.
I'm
So
not going to
I
split
am
hairs over
going-
5 feet.
No, it was just a matter of, do I two-weapon fight or do I use my cunning action? But it doesn't matter if I use my cunning action because I couldn't hit. So I am going to, because I have daggers that just never run out. So I'm going to dagger at disadvantage.
I was going to say, what is the long range for daggers?
60 feet.
Okay, it's exactly 60 feet. All right. Yeah, so each attack
It's
is made with
exactly
disadvantage.
60 feet. Yes. So 12 for the first one, which probably doesn't hit.
That will not hit.
Yep. And
So now you have the armor class.
24 for the
That
second
will
though.
hit, yes.
And 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. I had a +4 on the first one. There was only +2 more, so it wouldn't have. Yeah.
That will hit.
It would have hit?
As I said, a 13 previously hit.
Okay, cool.
So, yes, so both attacks hit.
Me. And so that one would be then 5 more piercing damage.
Okay.
And yeah, because that uses my bonus action, so I'm good.
Okay.
Yep.
Twixen.
I pretty much need to focus on driving the boat, right?
So if you don't, the ship basically just stops moving. So, that's up to you.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna continue piloting for now. I will active pilot.
Okay. So this time... so actually, give me another of those Constitution checks with proficiency.
$23.
Yeah. Everything's still well under control. You got this. Combined with your spider blessing, keeping you sort of grounded to the deck. So the
Best decision I ever made.
the hunter sharks catch up. It is Zaren's turn.
Yes, he is going to firebolt them.
Okay.
Because they're definitely within. So 19 to hit. So that hits.
That will hit.
And it's 2d10, so 8, 11, 12 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one is looking pretty rough.
Cool.
And then at this point, so it is the sharks are well within range of the big cannon, and that will hit. They are within long range of the swivel guns. That was a fantastic roll by Korev for a total of 25 damage, and basically brings it around and loads up a salvo and blasts radiant energy coursing right through this beast. And as the energy blasts through it and sears it, you begin to hear this sort of wailing, as if like otherworldly wailing coming from this beast. That seems unnerving. So, no mechanical effects from it.
Okay.
But something is definitely amiss here. So,
I'd have to wait for turns to do
yep.
intelligence checks to see if I know or Sarah knows if that voice sounds like. Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
Okay, swivel guns. Each of the swivel guns is going to target a different shark, since they can't effectively target the same one. That's going to be a miss.
Shouldn't the front gun be able to at least target one of the other back ones? Because it can go any direction.
Well, I mean, your orders were to focus fire.
Right.
So everybody focus fired on one shark, the center shark.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
The second one will hit, though. Now, the swivel cannons, they don't deal a whole lot of damage. This one is a grazing shot for 1 radiant damage.
can make the difference.
It could.
Yep.
So,
As everyone knows, DPS is the most important part of any encounter.
Oh yes, totally. I mean, there are usually like 3 times as many DPS as anything else.
Healers, tanks.
more dots. So,
Never enough points.
that is the ship's turn. So now we're back up to the top of the order. Also, actually, those attacks weren't at disadvantage because Twixen moving the ship in that direction puts you basically in the middle of the pack. That said, that first attack with the swivel guns wouldn't have hit either way. So, as both rolls were pretty bad. All right, so at this point, the ship is in the middle of this pack of sharks, and basically the 2 big sharks are one is going to kind of ram the side of the ship.
Okay, so that last hit got rid of the first big shark. The first giant one.
The large cannon took out one of the 3 big sharks.
Okay, cool. Making sure I keep track.
And that is a hit. As your ship, it's a boat. It's not exactly very difficult to hit. Oof. That is, wow. For a grand total of 29 points of damage against the boat. Thankfully, your boat's got a lot of hit points. And it's made out of living wood, so it regenerates hit points at the start of its turn. So, the other one is going to breach and lunge. Attempt to lunge at folks on the deck of the ship.
That's not terrifying.
This is becoming a Sharknado.
Because remember, your ship is relatively low off the ground.
Yep.
And without sails and everything, there's not a whole lot of stuff to get in its way.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do is... thankfully, Zarin, Izelia, Jacobin, and May and Korav are all at the front of the ship. So this is going to be Twixen, and Wilhelm, and Kramer. It's going to be a bit of an unusual attack. I'm going to need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
You misread charisma saving throw.
He always does.
It's true.
Perhaps if the shark was doing a dance to try and win your favor.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to charm the shark from biting me.
What, you gonna start singing Baby Shark?
You know it.
Nope.
That would be a 16 on the dexterity saving throw.
That would be a, did you say 15 or 16?
16, 1-6.
16. Yeah. So, how that's going to work is you'll take half damage from the attack, and you won't be knocked prone. For as good as that other attack was, this one not so much. So Twixen, you take a grand total of 6 points of damage.
6.
Now I just have to bring up.
Breaking my back with that one.
I just have to bring up your other crew members.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about Beyond is I can have Zaren's page up. So Sean doesn't have to worry about that.
All right. Dexterity saving throw, not Wilhelm's strong suit. He fails, and so he takes 13 points of damage. He's looking pretty rough, but he is still standing. Kramer.
I'm still standing.
Kramer also fails and takes 13 points of damage. He is also looking pretty rough. So.
Kramer used to be a ship captain.
Yeah, that doesn't really mean much, though.
Yeah.
Those are their attacks. Izelia.
Oh.
How many sharks can I hit with another fireball?
You can hit one shark with a fireball.
Is it one of the big ones?
Well, you can basically pick one of any of the 4 sharks to hit with a fireball.
How are the 2 remaining big ones looking compared to each other?
Pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna
One
hit.
has been damaged, but is still very healthy.
I'm gonna hit the one that has been damaged.
Okay.
All right.
That is a 14 on its dexterity saving throw.
Does that succeed?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm
What's
finding
your
that out.
What's your DC?
My DC is 17.
Okay. So it will take full damage.
All right, so
May, you're on deck.
Yes, thank you.
6, 10,
I mean, you're all
14,
on deck, but, you know.
Yes.
I think 22. 6, 10, 14, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yep, 22.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Nice.
How's he looking now?
Looking nice.
Damn. It's a fine-looking shark you got there.
Yep. So, May.
Nice.
Yes. I am. I am going to, because I'm trying to get the order of this correct. So, I am going to use my cunning action to hide at the beginning of my turn. Then I am going to then come out of being hidden and do Bolts of the Grave.
Well, so here's the thing. You need to make
Yep.
a dexterity stealth check
Yep.
in order to hide.
Yep.
I know this is a formality.
28.
Okay. And
Not
due to
quite
the
enough.
fact that you have rain, so even if you didn't
Oh,
have your,
goodness. Oh,
so here's the thing, you didn't specify
Yeah.
that your hood was drawn. Okay.
no, it is not.
However-
but I also.
However, you are a wood
it is
elf,
raining.
so rain and mist counts as natural phenomena that provides you enough obscurity to be able to hide.
Yeah, it just says that I have the ability to hide, so that's why I was
It's
gonna.
yeah. If natural
that.
phenomena gives you light obscurity, you can make a hide check.
Yep. Yep. And so then I'm gonna pop out of that.
Yep.
Because I can then bolt from the grave.
Correct. Jacob, and you're on deck.
So 17 to hit with bolts.
Yes, that will hit.
Yeah. 6, 12, 16, 20 damage.
Okay.
From
Creature
bolts.
is bloody.
This is all bonus action. And then I'm just gonna throw a dagger at it.
Okay.
So are they within 20 feet of me, or would I still be at disadvantage for the
They are within 20
daggers.
feet. They are directly
Okay.
adjacent to the ship.
Okay. So 14 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
And full damage, 8 damage.
Okay.
Rogues, man. We get the job done.
Yep. Jacobin,
Yes.
how you doing?
Oh, I'm
Don't look at me like
fantastic.
that.
Because everyone asks what Jacobin's doing. Nobody asks how Jacobin's doing.
How
No.
Jacobin's
I
doing.
know. Okay. Just so sad. My D20 still smells weird. I don't know why.
Why are you smelling your D20?
Because I was holding it in my hand. So I hold it in my hand and play with it a lot of the time, if you notice. And I had it near my face.
Yeah.
And I smelled it. I'm like, the metal smells like it's rusting or something. I don't know. And then I kept
Weird.
Well, then
doing
you
it. And I
need
kept
to
seeing
clean
myself
them.
on the screen. And like, I look weird because you smelling the dice. Anyway.
Yeah.
To be fair, at least you're
You're
not
rolling
putting them in your
20s
mouth.
over there.
So I'm I'm owning it. I'm owning it. That's what I'm doing with some of my dice because it smells weird, but I want to keep smelling it. Anyways, so
Anyway,
whatever. So let's see. Whatever large shark is nearby,
Yep.
I will throw the hammer.
Yeah.
When that shark leapt across the deck, it didn't like grab anybody and take them off, did it?
It did not.
Okay.
That's
what I was
that
worried
actually reminds me though, is I need to deal damage to the ship.
Uh, 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Um, 13 damage.
Okay.
I'll do it
That
again.
shark is looking pretty rough at this point.
$17.
That will
To
hit.
hit?
Yes.
Better. 17 damage.
Not dead yet, but there's a lot of blood in the water.
Okay.
Not dead yet.
An even bigger shark is gonna show up.
Bigger shark. Doom, 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 doom.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's how
Are
this
these
works, right?
big sharks like megalodon size?
Yes.
yeah, that's what
Okay,
he
that's what I
said.
assumed. Okay.
Yep.
It's
So
we have
imagine-
two megalodons still
Imagine a
and two gray
megalodon
whites.
leaping out of the water onto the deck of the ship and just like slamming down, and then
Yeah,
sliding
that's
back
awful.
off.
Nope, that's
Yeah.
not good. I imagine that would almost, if it landed on the deck, its weight would almost certainly push the ship underwater.
It didn't. However, it did deal another 21 points of damage to the ship. Or,
Okay.
I'm sorry, no, 27 points of damage to the ship. And we'll get to the consequences of that on the ship's turn.
Oh boy.
So, okay. Twixen.
So there's a shark on my boat.
No, it slid back off.
Okay.
But there are sharks on both sides of the boat. Or there is a big shark and a little shark on each side of the ship. And they're kind of doing like a circling pattern. So they will swap sides next turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue actively piloting the ship.
Okay, so are you going to maintain a course to go through?
Yep, still maintaining course.
Okay. So
It's boring, but it's very, very important.
that puts you all now 80 feet away from the sharks.
Okay.
Right? So that will be somewhat relevant. That said, doing that, the sharks get attacks of opportunity against the ship. So that is a hit. It's another 16 points of damage. That is a miss. And then the little sharks. That will probably hit. Yes, that hits. And same roll. So those are 2d8. So that's 9 and a 7. 16, 32. Okay. Ship has taken fair amount of damage. Twixen.
Oh boy.
Yeah. On your turn, you notice that your airy water field mechanism was damaged in the leaping attack by the shark.
Okay. Captain, we are unable to submerge. Or rather, we can, but you would all drown.
Right, then don't do that.
Okay. So hunter sharks are going to swim to try and catch up. They're going to dash. So they are able to catch up to you, but since that uses their turn, you will be able to kind of outrun them. So Zarin.
Yes. Zarin is going to, just as a side note, I just realized this, Tuck did not have Zarin take a long rest, so I am keeping track of if he loses any HP and any of the spell slots that I'm using.
Okay.
So far I've only used cantrips, but I am keeping track of that.
Okay.
But he is going to Firebolt again, because that has an awesome range.
Yep.
So
I presume the big shark that you've been focus firing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. 17. So 26 to hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, that just a little bit. Ooh, and 15 damage.
Okay. That takes out the second shark.
Yeah, second big one.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, and that's gonna be it for him.
Okay. On the ship's turn, it regains 5 hit points. And then it's going to be...
Oh, that's right.
One of the swivel cannons takes a shot. That will hit the remaining big shark to deal 4 points of damage. And then the large cannon will take a shot. That will hit for more damage. For a total of 13 damage. Twixen, Lantern contacts you.
What?
Captain, I don't know what happened up there, but we seem to have lost most of the airy water field. It seems like there was some sort of backlash that made its way down here. However, we still seem to have enough cohesion in it that it will seal up any of the openings within the ship itself, so that essentially we could make the ship watertight.
Okay, so we won't... Sorry, that's between you two, but yeah.
Okay, do what you can.
Yes, I will try and see what I can do to try and repair it, but as we know, I'm not very proficient with these kinds of things.
Yes.
Uh,
Sharks.
So
That's what happened. Sharks.
Kramer is going to use second wind and regain 8 hit points. So, all right. Remaining giant shark is going to dash on its way back up to you. So, Izelia.
I am going to target the big other giant remaining shark, and I am going to hit it with a fireball of less damage, but still damage enough.
This one succeeds on its saving throw.
Okay, so I believe it takes half damage, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
As a reminder, you all have plot coins.
I would like to use a plot coin if it's possible, not too late, to have the shark fail on that.
Sure.
Okay.
So it'll take full damage.
Oh, I'm so excited right now. Alright, that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 26, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Big damage. Not bloodied, but that was a big hit. Big hit.
Big oof.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a plot coin.
Uh-oh.
And you see the shark sort of convulse a bit, and you hear sort of that voice, that wailing that happened when the other sharks have been killed. And for those of you that have been in the party for a while, you realize you now recognize that voice, and you see the shark's body sort of convulse a bit, and it takes on some of the features that you've noticed of, like, the weird fish folk that you fought, where now there's, like, sort of the spikes, and the shark kind of grows, like, more of these pointed teeth.
Okay,
and
cool.
sort of vestigial tentacles start sprouting out along its back, like spines.
Okay, cool.
And what it does is, after Izelia's turn, it's just going to ram the ship. And that will just hit. So May, you are up.
Yep. Yes. I got caught in Zaren's spell list. It's great. I love his spell list. So he's still the big one is still right next to the ship, or is he in the back of the ship now?
Currently next to the ship.
Next to the ship. Okay.
Yep.
Is that another? I can just get there with my 35
Absolutely.
to be within 30 feet of him.
The ship is
Or
only
within
20
20
feet
feet.
wide, so yes.
So perfect. Okay. So I am basically gonna do what I did last time and run over, hide with my cunning action for a 23.
Okay.
At my hide. Then I'm going to do my Bolts of the Grave.
You also, technically, you get advantage when attacking with Bolt of the Grave because you are hidden.
Yes. I mean, yeah, one difference. 15 to hit, though.
That will hit.
Yep. And so... Gosh, it's so satisfying to roll this many dice at once. This is good. 10, 22, 26 damage with Bolts of the Grave. And then, my dagger, 9 to hit.
That will not hit.
I
Did
am
you roll a
really
D4
glad
that?
that I rolled a 1. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh wait, you rolled a 1 on the D20?
Yes.
then it misses.
I rolled a. Yeah.
So yes, because nat
it was-
ones auto miss on attack rolls.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a total of 9.
Okay.
And
But yes, but
I'm really
remember-
glad that I have those bracers.
But generally remember that you have bless.
Yes.
So, the shark is again going to ram. This time, Twixen, you manage to kind of tug the wheel in a direction, and it softens the blow, thereby negating the hit.
Perfect.
Jacobin. You are
Yes. Sure. Big one still out there? It
Big
turned
one
into
is
a
still
weird
out there.
Tentacle fish monster.
Yep.
How far is it?
It's right next to the ship.
Beautiful. Perfect. Attack. Can I melee it?
You cannot melee it.
Okay. A million, 32
Okay.
to hit.
Well, I mean, even because it's a melee weapon that's being thrown, you still use your same attack bonus for throwing it.
Yeah.
So,
Because can I smite on the throne?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll
I
look
think
it
that
up,
you
but-
did it before.
Yeah, but it
With-
wasn't a
with-
throne weapon before. It was a
No, I
weird
think
made
that
up
you.
thing we had.
Oh, that's
So-
right. It was the projection before. Right.
With a
I don't know,
melee
because I'm
weapon
pretty sure you
attack.
can't smite on a bow attack. I don't know.
So it is with a melee weapon attack.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say you can.
Beautiful. We're going all the way on this. And I can use my coin to make this a crit,
You can.
and will.
Never a missed beat.
So, all right, give me some moments here. I'm gonna do some maths.
Okay.
I should just write down the
Adding up
maximum
a-
number on my page here so I always know. Honestly. So that's 4 extra D8. Is this thing a
32.
fiend?
It is not a fiend.
Okay,
and it
just
is
double
not
checking.
undead.
Perfect. Thank you for confirmation.
Yep.
So,
8 times 4 is 32.
yep.
Maths. He can totally do that.
My guess will be. Do we want to do an over under on whether this just this completely kills the creature?
51 on just the dice before I even roll the second half of this.
And how many dice are you rolling for the second half?
4d4,
4d8.
2d6, plus 7.
Yeah. So how do you
Yeah.
want to do that?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
even if you did ones on everything.
Yes.
I wind up and I give it a throw, and
Yes.
it embeds itself like right between its eyes, and radiant energy and like crackles spread through it, and it just like the light starts pouring out from the cracks, and it just explodes.
Let's take this
So
one
is this
further.
the last
As you're
big one?
throwing it, and it starts
Yeah.
spinning. It's spinning and creating this glowing effect.
Yeah.
Right. So it's spinning, and then that turns into just this radiant boar
There you go.
that then slams into the shark. And,
Nice.
Even better.
And then, causes
Oh,
the
that
cracking.
is awesome.
Beautiful.
that
Yup.
then goes through it and goes under the ship and then back up around the other side.
Big bad shark dun dun dun
And
dun
I
dun.
catch it and throw it at one of the smaller sharks.
Yeah. So I'm not going to make you roll for that. We'll just say that you hit it. And let's
Sure.
see. and for narrative's sake, because we are approaching 9 o'clock, it's a big hit. It doesn't kill the shark. It's enough to rattle it, though. And you see the other 2 sharks, now that the 3 big sharks have been taken care of, break off and start speeding off in opposite directions.
Beautiful.
And the storm doesn't dissipate. However, you quickly make your way through it without incident.
Oh, man,
And-
I was going to do something really
Do we
cool
get through the
for
channel?
Saren.
You do get through the channel.
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
And you all hear, including you, Izzy, a voice in the back of your head. And for most of you, it's a familiar voice.
Edwin.
No, it's
Granny
not.
Grindle.
And
Yes, Granny
Granny
Grindle.
Grindle.
I knew it.
Is it
you
Granny
won't be
Grindle?
so lucky next time.
Oh.
But at least they've crippled your ability to make your way down to my realm. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
All
Doggone
right.
it.
And just for posterity, Zarin lost no hit points and used no spell slots. So we're good on accounting for that.
So, thank you all for joining us for Tales of Jamora, the Kraken's Wake. We will be back in 2 weeks. We will still be online. That may be kind of the last episode for a while, just due to how schedules line up, like with my birthday and my wife's birthday, and then
The
impending baby. So definitely keep you posted on what happens there. But at least
Impending baby sounds a little
impending
sinister.
baby, yeah. So we will have a session in 2 weeks, and then we'll keep you posted as to what's going on after that point. I might have some content to post for those sessions. We might record them on another day and upload them or something. It's just I cannot specifically do those 2 following Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to learn more about Tales of Jamora, you can check out jamora.com. If you want to check out more content from 8-Bit Adventures, be sure to check out 8-bitadventures.com. If you'd like to help support that content, you can become a patron at patreon.com/8bitadventures, or you can subscribe to this channel right here on Twitch. We are doing a sub goal, so that if I can get 15 subs by the end of the year, to give everybody plenty of time, it'll not only unlock an emote slot, but I'll do a Robot Unicorn Attack stream. So, and I know you all want to see that. So, for some other cleanup stuff, so if you enjoyed our sound effects and music during this podcast, be sure to check out Sirenscape. They're a cool sound effects background music tool that is available at sirenscape.com. And our opening theme is World of Scattering Flowers by...
There we go.
I believe it's Micah, but I'm going to verify this on Spotify because I forgot last time. And that's very, very embarrassing.
It's tough when you don't do it every week.
Yes,
Like, I'm
World
pretty
of
sure
Scattering...
that I could do the outros for
World of
podcasts.
Scattering Flowers by Game Chops and Micah. So you can go check that out on Spotify, GameChops.com, and other places where you can get that music. And does anyone have anything else before we fully break?
No, I'm really looking forward to what we do next time. And D&D Beyond made tonight really easy with playing 2 characters. So
and of note, D&D Beyond has extended that you can have up to 5 campaigns where you are sharing campaign content through the end of the year now. So they have extended it to year's end. So without further ado, as always, have fun, everyone, happy gaming, and enjoy your pie cake.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.